How the water cycle purifies water. Ty, Thomas, and Jean. Step 1. Ocean to atmosphere. Ocean water is not pure because of the ocean's large salt concentration. In the water cycle, the surface water of the ocean turns into water vapor and goes into the atmosphere through evaporation. However, salt and other toxins that were previously in the water do not evaporate. Salt does not evaporate with the water because it is too big, it is denser, and it is a solid. The density of salt is 2.17 grams per mole, and that of water is only 1 gram per mole. Step 2. Atmosphere to condensation. In the atmosphere, the pure water cools and condenses into water droplets that form clouds. The water vapor is completely pure at this point since it left the salt behind. Step 3. Condensation to precipitation. Then, as soon as the cloud becomes too heavy with water, the cloud releases precipitation. The precipitation is pure because it does not contain any salt and returns pure water back to reservoirs. We created an experiment to show how the water cycle purifies salinated water by turning it into desalinated water. Experiment materials. 100 milliliter beaker, smaller beaker that can fit within the 100 milliliter beaker, a small weight which we improvised with a rock, a curved lid, water, and salt, and a heat plate. Experiment procedure. Put 30 milliliters of salt water in the 100 milliliter beaker. Place the smaller beaker in the 100 milliliter beaker. Make sure the smaller beaker is in the center of the 100 milliliter beaker so it can catch water that drips down from the lid. Place the curved lid on the beaker. Place the beaker on the hot plate until all the water has boiled. Remove beaker from hot plate. Remove lid from 100 milliliter beaker. Examine water collected from smaller beaker within the 100 milliliter beaker.
First, we put salt into a 100 milliliter beaker of water on the hot plate. Then we stirred the salt and the water to make a salt water solution. Then we put an empty beaker in the solution with 2 rocks keeping it upright. We put a curved lid on top of the big beaker to catch the evaporated water, and since it is curved, when it condenses, the pure water will drop and we will capture it in the smaller empty beaker. As you can see, the heat of the hot plate is causing the water to evaporate, meaning that it is being turned into water vapor and floating up within the beaker. Now we can clearly see the pure water droplets from condensation on the lid. As you can see, we have gathered pure water from the lid. Like we predicted, the evaporated water left the salt behind in the bottom of the cup. This shows how the water cycle purified salinated water. That evaporated water will later condense and then precipitation will occur, turning our previously salinated water to finally pure water.